Recently, Boots' game has been fighting in equal positioning at mid-range. He makes opponents miss with slips, pulls, blocks, and parries, and then makes them pay with hard single shots or quick damaging combinations. If you exchange with Boots in equal positioning like Karen did in some sequences, you're likely to get hurt. Single punches are basic and typical combinations for mid-range with little to no head movement or defensive responsibility would spell disaster.
For Boots, and he caught him with a left there, and that staggered Chukhadzian, and then Boots lost his footing.
Chukhadzian is rocked right now.
Oh, and a big clubbing left from Boots again, and he almost went down.
Good shots to the body, not forgetting the body. Boots beating up Chukhadzian right now.
However, attempting to maintain mid-range and coming out even a single round unharmed and unscathed is near impossible. If boxing IQ is based around the idea of hit and not get hit, staying mid-range would constitute having a low boxing IQ. The range where you don't need to step to punch is a range where both you and your opponent's full punch arsenal is available. There is virtually no room for error.
Look, Boots is
Consequentially, for example, every jab you throw will be a mid-range jab. Boots failed to follow up or move his head a few times and got countered with power shots, throwing single mid-range jabs.
Gets Terrence Crawford in the range.
Good shot right there.
What Boots doesn't seem to be great at is entering that positioning. After the first Karen fight, I pointed out footwork issues that made it impossible to cut off the ring or maintain containment when he did.
Stepping back foot first to go forward is breaking for fundamentals. High-level fighters do it all the time to set traps or quickly close distance with the back leg already loaded. However, the habitual use of back foot first once again leaves you resetting with your front foot towards your opponent. When you gather your feet with the back foot half step, you're at a stance. When you're completing the step with the front foot, you're off balance in range with forward momentum. Once the front foot lands, your weight is distributed and your front foot heavy in range. Not to mention, you're out of position to move laterally and properly cut off the ring. Shuffling in the range is the same issue as back foot first if you land mid-range with the added task of gaining proper balance on the land than defending. His opponent slipped and angled out. Boots didn't bother to pivot or step to the open spot and match the maneuver. He elected the rhythm step, hop, or half step, ending up gaining no distance, which left him in vulnerable positions.
In the rematch, Karen's strategy changed into less dramatic lateral movement and more angles and disengagement traps, keeping himself in range to take advantage of these issues. It was more of the same from Boots, along with some added risky penetration steps like stepping mid-range with soft lead hand controls, stepping squared, and forward shifting to mid-range, changing stances. Then sometimes he'd just walk in casually with a high guard. Boxing tactics and skills take time to develop, so tendencies typically remain tendencies and flaws will typically remain flaws for extended periods of time, even for gym rats. This channel has been proof in of itself of why film study is important. If it happened before, It's likely to happen again.
In their first fight as he lands
Your head back. You don't think about punching and dipping. And it's costing him in this round.
Chukhadzian.
Chukhadzian punching with him. Could never get a combination going because they're always punching.
Boots won the fight, but it was much closer than the 119-107 scorecard given by one judge. So far, Boots' size, durability, and athleticism have allowed him to maintain fighting mid-range without being badly hurt. The AI punch counter jabber had Karen landing 22 punches per round on average. Both Avanesian and Villa had similar success in a couple rounds respectively. If the pattern continues when Boots steps up in competition or possibly goes up in weight, it's reasonable to deduce that the advantage he has over former opposition may not be enough to maintain the strategy he likes to deploy.